It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway in Southern California. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 mighty, 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
Here we go.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle he just saw? Pretty nice.
Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Steps away to his left. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Herbert now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
11 coming.
Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, able to avoid him. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. Take.
Slot man moves right.
11, 11, 12, 12, 12.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
In motion right here, Boyd.
12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Herbert. Escapes the sack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Chargers had 12-3 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. Hard throw, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
11 Thomas. 11 MT, pace.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
11.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To try to pick it up. That one goes for 8 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 MT.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. On 2nd and 12, Herbert
Herbert has it knocked free, and the Bengals grab it. And some space here. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Another try for Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. Got his open man. It's Carr. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the air. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
11, 11.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow on play action. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Herbert on first down now. And And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Common.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A good pickup there, 22.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action with Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Something big to knock them back on their heels.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. 12. 12.
On third down, Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert. And he's going to go down.
Down back at the 14-yard line.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Here's Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From midfield now, Burrow buying time to his left. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11 Thomas.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, that's supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
On 3rd down, Carr. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Scoring has really been at a premium. And Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up,
Here we go.
an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
First down, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Carr. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
11 MT, take 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
12.
In motion, the tight end. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11. Stop.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Chargers, nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a second performance from these ace pass rushers.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Bengals 24, Chargers nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 58 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Robbie Anderson from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
11-90.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Herbert going to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the head.